Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and today we are going to analyze the Hindu newspaper for 16th May 2020. आप सभी का स्वागत है अर्पिता शर्मा क्लासेस में। आज हम द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर एनालाइज करेंगे 16th May 2020 के लिए। This analysis will be comprising of 4 prelims based mock questions which you will solve in between the classes. शुरू में 2 questions हम solve करेंगे, क्लास के एंड में 2 questions, total 4 questions आपको solve करने होंगे जो कि prelims based mock MCQs होंगे. Clear? Let's start decoding the newspaper. The link to my Telegram channel where the class PDF is uploaded is given below in the description box. The name of my Telegram channel is Simplifying UPSC with Ease. मेरे Telegram channel का नाम है Simplifying UPSC with Ease. आपको link नीचे description box में मिल जाएगा. Let's start the class without any delay. Before that, here's a small announcement for all of you. I am taking 2+ courses on Unacademy Plus. I'm covering last 1 year's current affairs through MCQs, and I'm also taking art and culture crash course for UPSC. So you can enroll in these plus courses on Unacademy Plus. You can get 10% discount also using my referral code Sharma20. Let's start with the questions, prelims based mock MCQs. Consider the following statements. Under the new definition, a micro enterprise was defined as a unit where the annual turnover does not exceed rupees 5 crore. Second, a medium enterprise was defined as a unit where the annual turnover is more than rupees 75 crore but not exceeding rupees 250 crore. Which statement is correct? Yesterday we explained about all of this day before yesterday. What is the change definition of MSME, what is the criteria, etc. So based on that, answer this question. उसी के बेसिस पे हमने परसों ही पढ़ा था MSME की डेफिनेशन चेंज हुई है, उसके बेसिस पे ही आंसर कीजिए क्वेश्चन. Correct answer to this question is, it is A, that is statement 1 is correct. Statement number 2 is wrong because it is not 150 crore, right? It is not 75 crore. It is with the change definition, both investment and turnover is used to define MSMEs. So under the new definition, firm will with a turnover of rupees 5 crore is to be considered as micro unit. ठीक है, तो first statement is correct. Of rupees 50 crore will be known as small unit and 100 crore will be known as medium unit. Clear? So statement 1 is correct, statement number 2 is wrong. Next question, West Bank is in news recently. It is located to the west of Mediterranean Sea, Red Sea, Lebanon or Dead Sea. Correct answer to this question is, it is D, the Dead Sea. Over here you can see the West Bank. ये आपका West Bank हो गया इधर. It is located to the west of Dead Sea. Over here, this is the Dead Sea. Okay. Now let's start decoding the newspaper, but before that, 16th May, it's a very important date today. Why? Because on this day in 1975, Sikkim became India's 22nd state. आज का डे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्यों? क्योंकि आज ही के दिन 1975 में सिक्किम इंडिया का 22वां देश बना, 22वां शहर बना था, राइट? 22nd स्टेट बना था, 22वां राज्य बना था, ठीक है, आज ही के दिन. ओके, 16th May 1975, Sikkim became India's 22nd state. Now on 16th May 1975, Himalayan Kingdom of Sikkim became the 22nd state of India, ending the monarchy there. वहां पर जो monarchical rule था, राजा का रूल था, वो खत्म हुआ और इसको भारत का राज्य बनाया गया. The present erstwhile monarchy in Sikkim started in the year 1642 with the coronation of Phuntsog Namgyal as the Chogyal or king. Chogyal is known as the king. Okay, इनको राजा बनाया गया था 1642 में. The king was also consecrated as a Buddhist priest. The country was frequently attacked by Gorkha army of Nepal. Initially, British establishment in India had good relations with Sikkim. Relation with British deteriorated and finally in 1861, British acquired the regions of Darjeeling and Terai. शुरू में सिक्किम के साथ जो रिलेशंस हुआ करते थे ब्रिटिशर्स के, वो काफी अच्छे थे, बट धीरे धीरे वो रिलेशंस खत्म होने लगे और सिक्किम फाइनली दार्जिलिंग और तेराई एरिया सिक्किम का ब्रिटिशर्स ने 1861 में अपने अंडर ले लिया, इन द ईयर 1861. The Treaty of Tumlong is very important. Underline this. Treaty of Tumlong in 1861 made Sikkim a protectorate of the British. After India's independence in 1947, guarantees of independence that Sikkim had acquired from British were transferred to the new Indian government. And the Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, he gave special protectorate status for Sikkim, which was to be a tributary to of India. This meant that India had control over Sikkim's external defense, communication and diplomacy. But in 1975 में क्या हुआ? Trouble started brewing in the Himalayan kingdom. When there were anti-monarchy demonstrations, people were saying that we want to end monarchy. We do not want to be ruled by a king. This was led by the Sikkim National Congress Party. So India was worried that China would use this situation. India को ये डर लगा कि China इस situation का अपने हिसाब से use करेगा. ऐसा ना हो कि सिक्किम निकल जाए हमारी country से. So India appointed a chief administrator for Sikkim to oversee the political instability. Indian troops were also placed there. So the Chogyal Palden Thondup Namgyal, who was the monarch there, Chogyal means king. He himself requested military help from India to quell the uprising against the royalist. The elected Prime Minister of Sikkim, Lendup Dorji, was himself an anti-monarchist. He had been elected by the Council of Ministers, which was opposed to the continuance of monarchy in Sikkim. So Dorji, who was the Prime Minister over there, elected Prime Minister, he requested Indian Parliament to change the status of Sikkim to that of statehood. पहले तो protectorate था ना कि हम इसकी संरक्षण कर रहे हैं, we are protecting Sikkim. But then later on the request of Prime Minister of Sikkim, he said that Sikkim should now be a state of India. So a referendum was conducted in 1975. 97% of population voted for merger with India. Referendum public vote conduct किया गया. लोगों ने वोट किया कि भाई सिक्किम का पार्ट बनाना चाहिए, इंडिया को मर्ज करना चाहिए. So on 16th May 1975, it became country's 22nd state. Clear? Dorji was made the chief minister of Sikkim and monarchy was abolished. The next important news on page number 1, new law for contract farming. So first of all, let us understand what is contract farming. Then we will understand what is this new law for contract farming which has been established. Under contract farming, agricultural production, which includes livestock and poultry also, it can be carried out based on a pre-harvest agreement between buyers and producers. हार्वेस्ट से पहले एक अग्रीमेंट साइन किया जाता है बायर्स और प्रोड्यूसर्स के बीच में. बायर्स आर द फूड प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट्स, एक्सपोर्टर्स, एंड प्रोड्यूसर्स आर द फार्मर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. सो अ प्री हार्वेस्ट अग्रीमेंट दैट इज साइंड बिफोर द हार्वेस्ट, राइट? Clear everyone? According to which the agricultural production is carried out. The producer can sell agricultural produce at a specific price in the future to the buyer as per the agreement. अब इस अग्रीमेंट के तहत जो प्रोड्यूसर होगा वो एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोड्यूस को एक स्पेसिफिक प्राइस पे बेचेगा बायर को अग्रीमेंट के हिसाब से. अंडर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग, प्रोड्यूसर कैन रिड्यूस द रिस्क ऑफ फ्लक्चुएटिंग मार्केट प्राइस एंड डिमांड. द बायर कैन रिड्यूस रिस्क ऑफ नॉन अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ क्वालिटी प्रोड्यूस, राइट? बाद में आगे जाके क्लाइमेट चेंज हुआ या कोई दिक्कत हुई, मार्केट प्राइस में फ्लक्चुएशन हुआ, उस सब से बचने के लिए कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग जो होता है वो बेस्ट होता है, राइट? सो मेकिंग लॉन्ग पेंडिंग एग्रीकल्चरल मार्केटिंग रिफॉर्म्स, द सेंटर पीस ऑफ द थर्ड ट्रांच of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan economic stimulus package, Finance Minister announced plans to enact central law to permit barrier-free interstate trade of farm commodities and ensure a legal framework to facilitate contract farming. This is the third tranche which has been, passed. First tranche में क्या हुआ था economic stimulus package में? First tranche it was directed towards the manufacturers. Second tranche was directed towards the vulnerable people, the migrant, urban poor, right? Third is directed towards the agriculture sector, towards contract farming. The third tranche also include plans to invest 1.5 lakh crore to build farm gate infrastructure and support logistic needs for fish workers, livestock farmers, vegetable growers, beekeepers and related activities. Center will deregulate sale of 6 types of agricultural produce, including cereals, edible oils, oilseeds, pulses, onions, potatoes, by amending Essential Commodities Act 1955. Essential Commodities Act was enacted at a time of food scarcity and needs to reflect current concerns. ये आपको याद रखना है प्रीलिम्स के लिए. What is Essential Commodities Act 1955? We have studied about it a lot of times. So these are the provisions which have been given in this tranche. The third tranche of measures announced under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan focuses on agriculture and allied activities. The first tranche focused on manufacturing, MSMEs. Second tranche focused on vulnerable people, that is the migrants, labor. The third tranche focus on एग्रीकल्चर एंड एलाइड एक्टिविटीज. ऑलराइट, क्लियर? ये याद रखना है प्रीलिम्स के लिए एंड मेंस के लिए. फंड्स वर्थ ₹1 lakh crore टू बी गिवन टू एग्रीकल्चरल कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज, द फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, स्टार्टअप्स एटसेट्रा. 10,000 crore for formalization of micro food enterprise, cluster based farming approach to be followed. 20,000 crore for fishermen under PM Matsya Sampada Yojana, very important for prelims, PM Matsya Sampada Yojana. 13,000 crore drive to achieve 100% vaccination of cattle, buffaloes, sheep, goats and pigs. 15,000 crore boost for animal husbandry infrastructure. 4,000 crore for promotion of herbal cultivation. 10 lakh hectares to be covered. 500 crore for beekeeping initiative. And Essential Commodities Act 1955 will be amended to deregulate cereals, edible oils, oilseeds, pulses, onion and potato. Marketing reforms to be undertaken to provide adequate choice for farmers to sell produce at the price of their own choice. So these are the important provisions. आप क्या कर सकते हो, इसको आप नोट डाउन कर सकते हो, या अगर आप न्यूज़पेपर आपको मिल रहा है तो आप इसका कटआउट निकाल के अपने रजिस्टर में लगा सकते हो. So what is the significance of this step taken by Finance Minister? These reforms will benefit the farmers also and consumers also. ये जो benefits दिए गए हैं इस ट्रांच में, farmers और consumer दोनों की help करेंगे. These reforms will empower farmers. It will strengthen up agri-food processing linkages. It will contribute towards mitigating post-harvest losses and wastage. It will help the small farmers to earn additional income. Right? Some of the reforms envisaged have been under discussion for over 2 decades. इसमें से कुछ reforms ऐसे हैं जो पिछले 20 साल से discussion चल रही है उनके ऊपर, अब जाकर उनको पास किया गया है. Right? Clear everyone? So now I'll tell you the best example of contract farming. मैं contract farming के आपको एक best examples बता देती हूँ. Over here you can see the success stories of contract farming in India. Amul and National Dairy Development Board. These are excellent examples of milk procurement and sugarcane cooperative in Maharashtra. Then there are few success stories on contract farming like PepsiCo India in Madhya Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh. Right? क्लियर? तो ये आपके एग्जांपल्स है, सक्सेस स्टोरीज है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग की जो आपको याद रखनी है. व्हाट आर द मेजर्स टेकन बाय इंडियन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग? कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग इज रेगुलेटेड अंडर द आउटडेटेड इंडियन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्ट 1872. In addition to Indian Contract Act, Model APMC, that is Agriculture Produce Market Committee Act 2003, also provides specific provisions for contract farming. Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, it has drafted a Model Contract Farming Act 2018 also to support the farmers and the sponsors. Right? Now this editorial you have to read yourself. NET, that is NEET is not student friendly, merit promoting. This covers government policies, interventions. ये आपका syllabus है. So you should know what is NEET. First of all, we should know that this editorial talks about the education quality. Right? In the case of education, over centralization is becoming a harsh and painful reality. एक ही जगह सारा आप पावर फोकस कर दोगे तो इससे दिक्कत होगी एजुकेशन में. इन एजुकेशन सेक्टर व्हाट इज हैपनिंग? ओवर सेंट्रलाइजेशन इज हैपनिंग. National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test, that is NEET, is distressing rural students with medical aspirations, and it is the demand right now. The society is issuing this demand that NEET should be reformed. NEET में reformation लाना चाहिए. NEET is based on core curriculum approach, whereby the syllabus of all school boards have been taken into consideration. It is prepared by CBSE, Council of Board of School Education, National Council of Education Research and Training, that is NCRT, and it is adopted by Medical Council of India also. Basic problem in NEET exam is that India does not have a common core curriculum. हमारे पास 50 different boards हैं, एक common curriculum नहीं है हमारे पास. This is the basic issue, first issue. There are wide variation with regard to curriculum design also. Syllabus designing को लेकर भी issues हैं. No significant efforts have been taken so far to bring some uniformity in the syllabus or in the curriculum of NEET. So these has been highlighted in this particular editorial. You should go through it. इसको जरा self analyze करना आप लोग. Next important news, ₹1 lakh crore from Infrastructure Fund to be financed by NABARD, says Finance Ministry. Now, Union Finance Minister has announced plans for ₹1 lakh crore Farm Infrastructure Fund. It is a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan stimulus package. जो 20 लाख करोड़ का stimulus package है उसी का part है ये Farm Infrastructure Fund. Supply chain disruptions because of this pandemic revealed critical gaps in agricultural infrastructure and logistics system as well. Why? Because we have seen the pictures in the newspaper and in the news channels that farmers were forced to throw away their produce or sell their produce at a loss due to the lockdown. कितने लोग थे जिन्होंने अंगूर की इतनी पेटियां थी जो आग लगा दिया जिनमें, राइट? तो एक बेसिक एग्रीकल्चरल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में इतने गैप्स पाए गए हैं इस कोविड-19 के पैंडेमिक के द्वारा कि अब ये फंडिंग निकाली गई है हमारे फार्म इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फंड के लिए. नाउ दिस कोविड-19 हैज टॉट अस मेनी गुड लेसन्स आल्सो. इसने हमें काफी अच्छे लेसन्स बताए. इट हैज रिवील्ड द मेजर लूपहोल्स व्हिच वी हैव इन आवर एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर, फार्म सेक्टर, हेल्थ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एटसेट्रा. हमारे हेल्थ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में, इंपोर्ट्स में, हमारे फार्म इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में कितने लूपहोल्स हैं इस पैंडेमिक ने, इस महामारी ने हमें बताया है. The 1 lakh crore rupees Agricultural Infrastructure Fund will be financed and managed by National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, that is NABARD. Financing कौन करेगा? NABARD करेगा. Financing will be provided to Primary Agriculture Cooperative Society, Farmer Producer Organization, Agriculture Entrepreneurs and Startups to develop cold chain storage and other post-harvest management infrastructure at farm gate and aggregation points. Basically, to strengthen up the infrastructure in food processing, horticulture, animal husbandry, beekeeping, fisheries, etc. This particular package has been designed. Now, next important news, no contradiction over new Lipu Lake Pass road. So here, you should know, inauguration of the new link road from India to China to shorten the travel time for pilgrims to Kailash Mansarovar was also an issue. The link road starts from Dharchula in Uttarakhand and runs 80 km to Lipu Lake Pass. It has been built by BRO. Now, what is the issue? Nepal claims that this link road connecting to Lipu Lake passes through Nepali territory. And Nepal claims that India's move marks a breach of agreement reached between Indian Prime Minister and Nepal in 2014. Right? काला पानी को लेकर हमारे बीच में जो अग्रीमेंट साइन हुआ था उसका ब्रीच कर रहा है इंडिया, ऐसा नेपाल का कहना है. What is India's response? Ministry of External Affairs of India has clarified that the link road which we have established, which we are constructing, passing through Uttarakhand's Pithoragarh district, lies completely within the territory of India and Nepal should not worry about it. So here, Kalapani, you have to remember, Kalapani territory, why it's a disputed territory, that you have to remember. Okay, clear? Kalapani is located at a height of 3600 meter on the Kailash Mansarovar route. It borders Uttarakhand in India and Sudur Paschim Pradesh in Nepal. Kalapani is controlled by India's Indo-Tibetan Border Police. You have to remember this for prelims, okay? And this all started back in 1816 when the Sugauli Treaty was signed. जब सुगौली ट्रीटी साइन हुई थी नेपाल ब्रिटिश के बीच में, द काली रिवर वॉज लोकेटेड एज नेपाल्स वेस्टर्न बाउंड्री विद इंडिया. It, however, made no mention of ridge line and subsequent maps of the areas drawn by British surveyors showed the source of Kali River at different places. So it was the fault of Britishers. They had shown the sources of Kali River at many places, not just in Nepal. That is why the border dispute is going on between India and Nepal. Center borrows another $1 billion from World Bank for COVID-19 relief. Center would be availing $1 billion loan from World Bank to support its COVID-19 relief measures. The new support will help fund the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana to scale up cash transfers and free food grain distribution to vulnerable communities, pensioners and poor workers. Money will also be used for reforms in India's social security net. तो ये information आपके लिए important है, prelims के लिए it's very very important. Next is merchandise exports drop over 60% because of this pandemic. There is a stoppage which has been seen in India's merchandise exports. 60% का decrease देखने को मिला है merchandise exports में इंडिया में because of this pandemic. Except for iron ore and drugs and pharmaceuticals, all other commodities saw negative growth. Decline in the merchandise exports has been mainly due to ongoing global shutdown. जितना भी global shutdown और slowdown चल रहा है उसकी वजह से हमारे exports में बड़ी दिक्कत आ रही है, especially the exports of merchandise. Now let's answer this question. The one country two system formula sometimes mentioned in the news in reference to China, India, US or UK. Which option is correct? Tell me in the comment section. One country two system. एक country दो system. ये कहाँ formula famous है? It is famous in China because of China-Taiwan relations. China has claimed Taiwan through its One China policy since the Chinese Civil War forced the defeated Kuomintang or nationalists to flee to the island in 1949. China is Taiwan's top trading partner also. Under the one country, two system formula, Taiwan would have the right to run its own affairs. Similar arrangement is used in Hong Kong, but it will come under the superior power of China. This is the condition which China has presented. Taiwan is a member of WTO also, APEC also, and ADB also. Okay, remember this. Question number 4. Recently, which one of the following organization released Global Energy Transition Index? International Energy Agency, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, WEF. Which statement is correct? Tell me in the comment section. करेक्ट आंसर इज डी, वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम. ये जो ग्लोबल एनर्जी ट्रांजिशन इंडेक्स है ये वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम रिलीज करता है. ओके, इट इज अ फैक्ट बेस्ड रैंकिंग इंटेंडेड टू इनेबल पॉलिसी मेकर्स एंड बिजनेस to plot the course for a successful energy transition. So this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's class. If you really enjoyed, do not forget to share the video, subscribe it and like the video as well. Thank you and have a beautiful day ahead.